In this video, we're going to look at inclusive meetings in Microsoft Teams. So the accessibility features that are available to you as an attendee within a meeting when you join a meeting, but also for you to advise your participants or to include yourself if you are the meeting organizer to ensure your meetings are inclusive. So here we are in a Teams meeting, and to access the accessibility features, you go to the three dots here, the More Actions menu. From this drop down, we're going to look at a couple of the accessibility features available. So the first one is the ability to turn on live captions. So this is a tool that's individual for each user. So each user can make the choice to have live captions, essentially subtitles, within a Teams meeting, but they must switch that on independently for themselves. So it is something you need to advise your participants of if you want them to use it within a meeting. So simply select to turn on live captions. And it takes a few moments to load, but what it will do is it will load up this menu here, and you can see it will automatically start to caption as I speak. So I do have the ability to change the spoken language, and this can be used to select your UK version of English, but also if you know the meeting is being spoken within a different language, you have the choice to choose there as well. And you can see it is just captioning as I speak. It is using the context of my sentence to make any corrections, and it's also name stamping those captions. So if another speaker was to speak, it would pick up that that was being spoken by a different person. So really useful, perhaps if you have people who are hard of hearing within a meeting, or equally who might be struggling with sound dropping out for speakers. And also really, if there's lots of speakers within a meeting, it can be really useful for someone to follow along who's speaking. So a really useful feature to target lots of accessible needs and ensure the meeting's inclusive. To switch off my live captions, I go back to the menu and simply turn off live captions. And I can do that as often as I wish throughout the meeting, so I don't have to have them on all of the time. The next feature available is the transcription. So you can see here further down the menu, just below, I have the ability to start a transcription. This works slightly differently. This is something that I can start as the meeting organizer, or anyone who is a member within the meeting of the same tenant. So people from within the trust that have the same email address will all be able to use this feature within the meeting, that they can start a transcription. But this will actually start the transcription to be accessed by everybody within the meeting. So when I click to start transcription, it does display a privacy statement as standard, and that's because obviously everything that's spoken from that point is then being transcribed. And that just ensures the safety of the data. What it will then do is it will do exactly the same as it does in the live captions. It will listen, it will edit the context of what I'm saying, and it will name stamp and timestamp as there are different speakers. In the same way, I can change the spoken language and edit that as well, just like I did for live captions. And it will automatically show the transcript for me, but I can close that pane. And then at any point, if I want to, I can show again the transcription pane. So when the transcript is running, it doesn't mean that everybody has to have it shown. They can choose from personal preference whether to show that transcript or not. And they may choose to have it hidden if it's not useful for them during the meeting. You can stop the transcription at any point. And again, it will tell you that the transcription has stopped and that you can start it at any time. But I can still show the transcript that I previously recorded, and it will show there when it was started, when it was stopped. And if I leave the meeting, I'll post that transcript from within the meeting chat and the meeting details after the meeting. And you'll notice that I can actually download that transcript as an editable Word document, so that I could edit any errors or any elements of the transcript that I didn't want to be included, and have that saved as a document to use perhaps as minutes for a meeting. Or equally, if it was misrecorded, I can delete that transcript as well. So that's just some of the accessibility features available from within Microsoft Teams meetings to ensure that your meetings are inclusive.